So, hello! Welcome to Shapeshifts Session 0 for Book of Summer. It's me, it's Amber, and with me I have returning players for the second season, Brandon.
Hello.
Kristen.
Hello.
Chris.
Hi.
And my brother, John.
Was it really hard not to say Book of Spring? Because it kind of sounded like...
I have been saying Book of Spring a lot. Let's do Session 0, Book of Spring. Wait, I mean, Book of Summer. Book of Summer. Book of Summer. So today we are just going to talk about kind of your guys' ideas for characters. If you have them fully fleshed out, or if you don't, that's fine. We can talk about it. And we just did our Q&A not too long ago. Real time, 30 minutes ago. Air time, who knows. But we're talking about what Book of Summer is going to be like. And I think all of you have chosen to do brand new characters, correct?
I have.
Yes.
I almost called you Arthur.
Oh.
Brandon?
Yes.
Wow. All new
character.
All new characters. Okay, so...
I mean, I called Chris Babu earlier, so...
Yeah. And I also get to make a new Ryujin.
But you're not married to Chris. So.
That's true. Yeah, just play Arthur at home.
Okay, so I also get to make a Ryujin as well. And since we're doing Book of Summer, we're going to focus on summer stories.
You're just going to be a hateful Ryujin this time?
No.
Aw, angry little elf.
It'll happen, though.
Which is the book of the Screen Dragon. So it's the Azure Dragon is this Ryujin will be. The keywords for summer are the human heart, love, youth, heartwarming tales, healing, communication, human drama, friendship, children, boys and girls, family, siblings, teachers, and pupils. Am I right? This is right.
I thought it was
yes, and animals.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like relationships and stuff.
Yep,
but I
it
guess
is.
Human heart. Okay.
Feels like it's something.
Communication, drama.
Yeah, well, boy, have I got a character for you.
Oh, boy. So I haven't really thought about my Ryujin at all. So let's go around and give me your thoughts. I want to hear.
Panic decision. I just slammed in on my days. Samurai dog. Samurai Shiba Inu. And he's an attack noble type.
Okay, I thought we also decided that we are going to start at level 4 for this.
Level 4?
Level 4.
Okay.
It's level 4.
Oh, level 4 is the 4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll have to math this out later.
Yeah, that's fine.
Basically, start level 1 and then 3 level ups.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a name for your Shiba Inu?
Musashi.
How do you spell that?
Musashi?
Musashi. Got
There
it.
you go.
Musashi.
And have you already thought about... We're still on low. Have you thought about what village he's from?
No. I'll have to make some stuff up.
Definitely not from the Flavor Village.
No, he's not.
He's not from Roba.
Or the Hidden Flavor Town or whatever.
Because unlike the pugs who usually group together and stay together, the Shiba Inus kind of like spread out. Instead of being like creating their own culture, they actually like to live in servitude and like as like loyal guard dogs. For people.
Sure.
So he's like he comes from this line of guard dogs for a family, more or less, like a noble family, and that's why he's nobility also. Because through his service towards this noble family, he is considered a noble guard dog for them. And
so right now,
I'm trying to think of a place where he could have been at.
In canon right now, the two places that we know that have a lot of noble families are Dragonsong and Silvertop.
I'll say he's from Dragonsong then.
Okay. Do you have an idea of like what the family was that he served? Because you have the Drakes, which is the one of the main noble families in Dragonsong.
Mm-hmm. I want to say that the family he serves probably has a lot influence with Rhapsody Roads. So maybe some kind of they have some kind of connection with Rhapsody Roads in a way.
Okay.
Whether they be like an investor in helping keeping their business afloat, or like the idea of the business afloat, or like they're a benefactor. What am I thinking of? Is that right?
Yeah, kind of like a sponsor.
Mm-hmm. A sponsor. There you go. They probably do a lot of trading services and whatnot. So like if as a sponsor, they probably actually have people actually collect things for them that are rare, and then they can actually ship that out and sell it and trade it for other things.
Maybe like a noble merchant family.
Yeah, exactly.
What son are you? Like
Son.
like third, fourth, ninth?
I am. I'm third generation.
Okay.
Okay, what kind of personality you're thinking he is? He pretty
is hot-headed,
okay.
but also that's contradictory to be hot-headed. But he's a trained bodyguard. He's just like it's easy to bully him more or less, and like he gets like really upset when people bully him and stuff. But otherwise, he's a very.
Is it easy to pull rank on him?
No,
Like
unless
it's that family.
Unless it's that family, then he's like you can't
Gotcha.
be. Nuh-uh. It's like he's very loyal to the family, and that's kind of like their whole thing. It's not easy to pull rank on him, I suppose you could say. I mean, I guess it depends on his level of respect for a person, I suppose. Like it's kind of interesting because I wanted to play this character because Jake was very naive and open to the world already, and he was like. He was open, but he was not. He was just experiencing it the first time. This character is kind of going to be more like closed to the world, but then opening up is what I imagine as his character growth. Because I even have his reason for his journey.
oh yes, I was the next question I was going to say.
As far as personality, I guess I'll have to think about that a little bit more. But he's more of a warrior type.
Okay,
and he's very
so
almost no nonsense.
Yeah, so reserves, kind of stoic is what you're going for.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for. His reason for his journey is that being a third generation, I think he was on the tail end of his last owner's life. So like their dying wish was for Musashi to see the world. Because like Musashi's only experience is just like this
very close
being bodyguard and just staying in certain areas in proximity and to not really experience things so much as just to like protect and just like he wants like his owner's dying wish was I imagine like they had like this really close bond even though it was just like a bodyguard and boss kind of relationship, but they bonded at some point and it's just like he's like I don't want you to just think of it just like everything's a danger or you don't need to keep assessing threats. I want you to experience the world. He doesn't know how to convey this to Musashi, so he's like my final order is to explore the world. Yeah. Or like to just go out there and journey to go out there and do something. So
sure. Have you thought about like a personal item that he carries around?
No, I haven't thought about that
That's
far.
Fine. We can always come back to you if you think about
eye patch.
I mean, with your owner's eye patch?
That'd be an accessory. That's not, when it says an item to carry around, it's more like a keepsake kind of item. And
something that it means something to you.
Right.
Something that is like...
It's so dumb. It was like a ball. A ball. It was the ball that he played with his but it wasn't just a ball like to play catch. It was like a training device. A training device to train his reflexes and able to catch things.
Some Jedi shit.
Yeah,
like, I was thinking
like
he's
the little Jedi Force ball that like beep beep.
I like to think he's so reserved in public, but like when he's like by himself, he'll pull the ball and play with it by himself, and then put it away like no one sees it.
Oh yeah, totally.
For trading.
He's like a service dog,
Yeah.
But he's still a dog.
All right, cool. That's awesome.
I'm going to play Pico, a cat thief. He's a very kind of scrawny trash cat. He's looking out for himself. He doesn't really trust others. He's really slow to open up. I want to approach him to be kind of silly and like that kind of emo of just we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, we have like a team of tsundere characters. What is this going to be?
Yeah, I think it'll be along those lines. But he doesn't really know his place in the world because he can't remember past a certain point. So his reasons for traveling is to recover memories.
Oh, recover memories.
And since he doesn't really know where he belongs in the world, he's just going to keep going to different places until one kind of sparks.
Okay.
I think before his memories, he was one of the bandits that attacked Arthur's first party.
No.
So there's some linkage there, but he doesn't really know that he's that type of person. So
did Arthur beat the shit out of him?
I think the other people in his party probably beat the shit out of him.
The other bandits?
Maybe.
Or the other people in
the other people in his party probably. Okay. Like, I don't remember what I said happened in the first party. I don't think Arthur did anything, but it was...
No, somebody else died to protect him, so he probably didn't do much.
So Arthur was probably the target of the Pico. So
it seems like Pico will... Does Pico still have these thieving tendencies?
Oh, yeah. Because he needs to look out for himself, and doesn't really have that place in the world, so he's just taking what he can get just to survive, and he's not really thinking of other people. So
Gotcha. what did you say he looks like? I mean, he's a skinny trash cat, but like, what's his coloring?
Let's make him like calico. Just a bunch of colors.
That's rare for a male, actually.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, he's
I
a
think
very
it's
rare
only
type.
like 3% of calicos are male.
Yeah, maybe special.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, and you said Musashi is what kind of Shiba Inu? Like what's his coloring?
His coloring is just like a black and white.
Have you thought about your personal item?
I was thinking about a ribbon with some sort of pattern on it that he just does not recognize. But it's kind of, it's potentially a clue to his past.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll just wear that ribbon in, all kinds of ways. It might pop up on his items. He'll just take it off and put it on stuff all the time.
Okay, for human age equivalent, how old is he? To like lose his memories, he'd be like 20.
Yeah, I would probably say like 20 even.
And
like,
your
he's a young kid.
Musashi is 40.
I want to
like human age
I
equivalent.
want to say he's, as far as human age, he's probably about late 30s.
Okay. Awesome. Trying to think if there's any other question I should ask. I guess, so you want to see the world.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That was his. You want to see the world because that was his last owners. You're looking to recover your memories.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in
Personality type. Just
that tsundere kind of type of not trusting and slow to open up.
Oh, wow.
But even when you like someone, you have to be prickly
Yeah.
because you got to protect yourself.
Yeah, because that could still end up
I'll give you
hurting.
this healing eye, but not because I like you.
Because you need it.
It's because you need it. And I need you to be in tip-top shape so you can help me with my stuff. Not because I like you or anything.
And gameplay wise, I'll probably come up with some abilities because there's no thief class.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Yeah, and I'll go to that later, but he's an archer, so that's his main form of protecting himself and getting stuff is just got his bow.
Gotcha.
He has a little trash short bow. But yeah, I think that would be kind of his shtick is just in garbage and things made of garbage. He's very scrappy kind of.
Scrap
Abraham
master.
DeLacy.
Was that?
Giuseppe Casey.
Thomas O'Malley, the alley. Okay, scrap master.
Because you know how like goblins are scrappy and
Yeah.
they're putting trash together? That's probably how he is. Too.
Okay, so he's a cat goblin. He's a Neko goblin.
Oh, I could do that, but I also
No.
want him to be related to Paco and his group.
Yeah, I get you. The Dewind family.
Yeah.
Chris or Kristen? Chris looks like he's like, I don't know.
Well, I'm still Googling boar things. Give me a sec.
Okay. Kristen, I'm ready. Are you?
Kinda. I mean, my first ideas were a noble with a bow, so we already have some duplication here.
It's not that bad.
That's okay.
But,
I mean, I can change mine to like crossbow or something like that.
Just to specify, nobody's picking magic of any sort.
I'm not sure.
Okay, it's okay if you don't. I don't have a problem with it. I just am curious.
I'm not taking magic.
No magic. Okay. I'm not playing a magic character.
Awesome. No magic.
Okay,
No
that's cool
magic.
because I had not settled on that, so I will definitely take it if nobody else will.
Yeah. Oh, you will play? You want to
Sure.
do magic?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, magic's fun.
I would have loved to have a whole no magic party where we're just like, we counter magic. We're like, I don't know what the fuck this is.
Yeah, I just do nothing but magic for you guys.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know this.
I mean, I could take it as a second type later on if
No.
we end up
What
needing
time do
the
we get
magic.
a second type? That's at level what?
Like 5 or 6?
5?
Oh,
in the
yeah,
book,
that
I
is
can't
before the
remember.
second class, isn't it?
I would
No, wait.
like to make a recommendation
Yes.
that we do not do XP. We do milestone.
Well, here's the thing. The reason why you guys XP'd up so much last time
Yeah.
is just because of that lantern
Right.
that I had.
Right.
But we can...
You think it's going to be it'll drag on a little more this time?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Yeah. You guys were getting like a lot of XP. So...
I like leveling quickly, but I also didn't like leveling quickly because there's only 10 levels.
Yeah, I know. So what Chris is saying by milestone is basically when you guys achieve basically a party goal, then you just level up. Or you overcome something that is...
Like, we completed an arc in Bluefield, we would have leveled up.
Yeah.
Or do the party at Stormbrook.
Brooke.
Thank you. Level up.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about that? Would you prefer milestone versus actual XP?
It's hard to say because I don't really know how quickly we would be leveling up.
You guys leveled up like 3 times in Bluefield alone.
Yeah, but that was
That we were
the
souped up.
benediction. Yeah.
Yeah.
And those first levels go quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Okay.
about this? We'll
try it.
We'll try doing XP to begin with. If
Yeah.
it seems like
It's
it's
taking
not
too
too long or it doesn't make sense, like you hit a milestone and you didn't level up, then we'll just do milestone because we'll see. Because I've not played the system enough to know,
What?
especially without that
Yeah.
lantern.
So
Okay, sorry.
For just for knowledge, the next level is going to be extra class. So if there's something that you're leaning towards, you'll get it soon.
Oh, okay.
And then the extra type is level 6. So we're close to both of those. And starting at level 4, we're going to have 2 stat increases and a status effect immunity and a terrain weather specialty. So we'll start off with a decent amount of stuff.
Okay, so Kristen, you're doing something magic.
Do you
Sure.
want to
Yeah.
think about it a little while I do my spiel?
If you're ready, go ahead.
I'm
Okay.
ready. I'm ready-ish.
All right.
Hi.
Hello.
I am going to be playing Francis, I'm having trouble settling on a class, but my character idea is that he is a young boar man who he's a super sweet, ridiculously strong boy who was born. Most of his boar clan, like his sires and all that, they are the normal 4-legged boars, but every once a generation or something like that, like there's a bipedal boar
A mutation.
who, like a mutant basically, who is born and has to go interact with the human world, and it's kind of like a spiritual thing. So he's big, brawny, raised by a bunch of feral pigmen. He has to go be the ambassador to humanity and
Learn about what's going on in the world and
Yes.
bring it back and share maybe with his.
and try and he basically right now he's just trying to prove himself that he's not a complete waste of space. Well, because he can't run as fast as the other boars. He can't forage as well.
Yeah.
He's got to walk on 2 legs. He can't do the truffle shunt or
Yeah. I think it's interesting because it's every once in a great generation, a bipedal boar man is born. And there's some of the clan who understands and gets it. This is a thing to be celebrated because you get to go out, but there's going to be other ones who are going to be making fun of him.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So my thought is that the boars are, they're sentient, just they don't give a shit about civilization at all.
Yeah.
They just want to run wild and live their best life and break shit. And I had an idea that there's a boar god who every generation he makes a special litter that, has to go out and convince the humans to not murder us all. That kind of thing.
Okay. Francis, the young boar man.
Wow, what if there was just a cow ambassador that just came to humankind and is like, hey, stop eating cows.
Stop.
Please don't. Maybe we can come to some agreement, but to stop. Okay. Personality type?
So he has no idea what's going on with this human world. I think before he got into town, he didn't know what clothes were and that he was supposed to wear underwear and stuff like that. So he's kind of naive.
You said he's sweet.
But he's sweet. He's freakishly strong, but he doesn't really recognize that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He doesn't recognize the fact that he's a 400-pound mass of muscle and gristle. And so oh, I wonder what a tea shop is. Oh, that sounds fun. Let's go do that. And he'll try and sit at one of the chairs and it just completely collapses on him.
Oh, I see him sweet and he tries hard, but he doesn't he's just not getting things and
Yeah, he's not stupid. He just stupid.
no.
But it doesn't take that long for boars to mature.
Yeah.
But in my mind, he's not grown.
Oh, yeah.
He's still growing.
Yeah.
Since he entered the human world, 2 months ago or something
Yeah.
like that. He's already grown 6 inches or something like that.
I like to imagine he breaks a chair and he's like, sorry, I can fix it.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweat drops over around his head. Okay.
But he's not ill-natured or anything. He does want to prove himself a little bit
Gotcha.
that he's worthy of this honor of being the boar ambassador. I guess is that the best word for it?
I guess so.
It's a lot of weight for,
Yeah.
that kind of character.
Mm-hmm. His family does not know how to help him with this.
It's the parents who were not prepared. They were so ready for their boar child and they got a boar man child.
Well, he has 6 brothers and sisters from just his litter.
Yeah.
And then every year there's 6 more, 7 more, or whatever.
Yeah.
So he's got this massive family, and he's the only one that's like...
So where is this, like, is it just like in the deep wood?
I don't know if it's in the deep wood. They have a fairly wide area that they range.
Okay.
They don't own it. So
Yeah.
it's like they kind of migrate around following food and whatever. So this past season, when it was spring, but it wasn't a very fruitful spring, there were monsters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if he was born maybe even during that season.
Okay.
He's probably like not even a full year old, maybe, because he's still growing.
So you would say like he's actually like in human years, like 12?
Oh, yeah.
He's he's getting his first Pokemon, kind of.
Yeah.
Yes.
Leaving the house at 10.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because he's so big and like people just
Like
treat him like an adult, probably.
he's the size of a grown ass man.
2 grown-ass men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't have like a human face. Like he doesn't have emote like a human does.
Yeah.
It's just it's basically like he's got the big long snout and the tusks. He's got little baby nubbin tusks
Uh-huh.
because they haven't grown very far.
Yeah.
So like to a human, it's like I have no idea how old he is.
Sure.
But he's got this really like light brown coat that's kind of like the color of this sort of
Does he
coaster.
still have his little stripes?
So cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got black stripes on
he
his
has-
eyes.
Is he
going
like
back.
one of those kids that just has been given way too much responsibility for his age?
I watched a video of a rugby game. I mean, it wasn't the whole thing. It was like an elementary school rugby game.
Oh, God.
And there was one kid who was like 5'10". And he was like, I mean, he was a massive kid for like a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
And so he was like playing rugby and he just grabbed the ball. They just like the whole strategy was give him the ball and just let him walk through people. Francis is kind of like that.
Gotcha.
Reminds me of when I was in soccer youth league. It was mixed gender, and we were of that age where girls grew up faster than boys.
Right.
So the one girl on our team, our team picture, the girl was just towering over everybody.
Did you have a type or class that you've decided upon yet?
I don't really. I mean, type is going to be attack
Okay.
because that's what he's good at.
Okay. I mean, I'm trying to think of like a character, the class that would fit your character, and the only thing I can think of is like hunter or.
I like the ability of farmer where you get the condition check bonus because I think that kind of fits how hardy and tough he is.
Yeah. Do you want to come up with a different name for farmer and like?
Maybe, but then again, I don't give a shit about the raising animals part.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have livestock.
Right. That's what I'm saying. We could probably switch out and think of our own ability thing.
I'll think about it a little bit while we're going through.
Sure.
Maybe there's.
You could be a hunter. Nah.
I could be, but that seems a little on the nose.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm trying to think of like other character classes I know of.
What was that boar meme that was going around a couple months ago? Something about helicopters and...
I don't remember.
I just keep thinking about that.
You're a pilot.
Anyhow, does that all make that makes a cohesive character sense?
Yeah. I think the only thing I need now is a personal item. Do you even have personal items? Does your culture even
No. I mean,
really... I'm sure acquiring items is like a new thing for you. Like,
right.
I like this thing. I can buy it. It's mine. What is that?
How much money does this get?
It's like a bunch of
What do I get
nuts.
for this money?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if he has one. If it does, it's something like
Like a baby bib.
yeah, something like
Or
that.
like a kerchief or something.
It'd be kind of. I kind of thought. Honestly, I thought like a bib.
Okay, that
Like-
works.
Like
Maybe it's like your mom found like a cloth in the forest and she used to use it to like wipe your mouth or something. I don't know. And it's just something that you've had or something that you slept with.
oh yeah, he's got a lala.
A what?
It's a blanket.
Oh.
It was what I called my blanket
Oh,
when I was a
okay.
little kid. But no, I like the idea that like we ran past like an abandoned like cottage or something.
Yeah.
And then Francis was like, "I'm gonna go check that out.
I have hands to open
I
this
can
door.
open this door." And then there was like almost pristine this child's blanket.
Oh, yeah, it's cute.
So he keeps it with him.
Aw. You guys got a baby in your group. Well, not quite a baby.
But,
A very large baby.
we gotta
Yeah.
keep.
We're talking Spirited Away, baby.
Yeah, you gotta keep in mind boars do mature pretty quick.
Yeah.
So
After your first milestone, boom, your stripes
He'll
are
be
gone.
25 at the end of the
Yeah.
season.
Okay, Kristen,
Yes.
we got magic. This is what I've got written down so far.
Okay. Since everybody else is an animal, I'm going to go ahead and be a wolf.
Oh yeah, animal party.
So he's like gray and he has a like very severe patterning on his face, like salt and pepper kind of.
Nice.
He's a journalist. Like he looks very refined, and part of it is I think because he's a wolf, so people don't trust him. So he just kind of leaned into it and was like, all right, so I'm just going to openly ask everyone questions.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So that's kind of why I was leaning toward noble, because of the etiquette, refined education. Minstrel, I guess, would also work with well-traveled knowledge of tradition.
Yeah.
But then in both of them, like that third one, I would want to
Replace with
replace
something.
with something else.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what, though.
I think minstrel probably fits better just because of the story aspect, since he's a journalist.
Okay.
That's a good twist on that. Like maybe that's another instance where you can mix and match some abilities.
Because, like, if you think about a bard too, who goes around, collects stories, retells stories, that kind of fits under minstrel. But we could actually make a journal. Like, I don't know if we could make a journalist class, but I would say it fits under that category.
Right.
And we could just
Yeah,
swap out. What's the one in the minstrel that is the
Music is the last one.
Oh yeah,
Which adds one to the party's role.
it could be like inspiration instead of music, and so bards can do like. You could do it several ways. I think in D&D, and Chris, you can correct me if I'm wrong, bardic inspiration doesn't necessarily mean music you're singing. It can, obviously, but I think it also be...
You can tell stories.
You can basically do lore. Because like there's a bardic thing that's also like you can know monsters and stuff, and you can impart that wisdom on...
Bardic knowledge.
It's bardic knowledge.
That would make sense, because as a journalist, you have the information, and for that role, you just give it out to all of us, and we fight this.
Was there one that was knowledge tradition, though? That you
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say inspiration would probably be the other one, and we can treat knowledge tradition kind of like bardic knowledge. Cool. So I'll have to figure out reflavor inspiration.
Yeah, I'll take a look at those and see if there's something else.
And a good way to start is to look at D&D skills.
Yeah.
And then we can just
Okay.
make it Ryuutama.
Sure.
Ryutamize it. Okay, cool. It's a journalist. So he's pretty straightforward. Is his kind of personality type?
I think he's wearing a suit.
Nice.
It would be a light suit.
Yeah.
Like a light gray plaid. Even though he's already gray, whatever.
He really likes gray.
And for some reason, I see him with like fuchsia socks. But everything else is gray.
So letting a little bit of flare out.
Sure.
Okay, cool. So where is he from?
Some kind of cold forest, I guess somewhere up north. I keep thinking about that lighthouse. And I think he's probably pretty curious about that. Like, here's a history that needs to be recorded.
Sure.
That's maybe also part of how he got into journalisming.
So maybe like he's even like further above, maybe like he's up from the northeast area.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, I could easily see that forest extending into like more of an evergreen kind of cold place.
I think the next question I usually ask is, we said personality type is straightforward.
Reason for travel?
Yeah, thank you. Reason for travel. Like, why is he out here right now? I mean, you said the lighthouse, but is there more to his journalism than just...
I will have to think about that. I don't know if it will be another specific story that he's chasing down, or if he's maybe just looking for the next big, like, what's the story of the day?
Yeah. Does he do anything with publishing? Like, does he send his stories into...
Why not? Maybe he makes, like, zines and leaves them at fucking Rhapsody Roads, yeah.
Oh my God, please think of zine names.
You could do something with tracks of like, because you're a wolf, wolf tracks, but it's the TRACTS.
Nice. Oh God, that's good.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Did you have
like
a name?
Chick Tracks, but better.
I was just thinking Chick Tracks. That's where my mind
Well,
went.
what's your character's? Do you have a name for him?
No, I mean, like, you know who I'm going for, so I was kind of like, Mika? That's kind of on the nose. And then I went Nico, but you're Pico. So I don't know.
Nico and Pico. I'm not sure.
Because you're basing this off of a person, right? Yeah.
Who are
an
you
actual
basing it off of?
Michael Barbaro.
Oh, right. Yes. Right.
Hence the severe patterning on his face. Have you ever seen a picture
I have
of him?
not. No.
Dude, he looks crazy.
You could go with Barbaro.
Bark Borrow.
Oh no. Bark Borrow.
My original character name was going to be Francois.
I would have loved that.
I think I would have gotten tired of it.
No, probably.
Yeah, if you're basing it off him, just go with like Michael. I have no idea who Michael Barbaro is. I have to look this up.
Wolfer Cronkite.
Oh my god. What would you say his human age is?
He's middle-aged.
Okay. I put you down as 45.
Sure.
Light suit, fuchsia,
Mhm.
light gray suit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what kind of stories is he like? What kind of is there a certain type that he typically is like when he goes for stories that he's drawn to?
I think he is very interested in the human drama, like what is affecting people and I guess what is hurting people and what can be done to help them.
Cool. You're also going to be teamed up with a group of people who obviously have a lot of baggage.
I got a lot of notebooks.
I love this group already. You got this sweet boy, the two tsundere characters, and then the wolf who's like, "What's your problem? Tell me more about it. Let's work through it."
My plan when you guys get real tsundere, is that how you say that?
Yeah.
Just be completely oblivious.
That's the best
Take
way.
everything that they say at
Face value. Yeah.
Yep. I also like that we have 2 prey animals and 2 predators.
It always ends up half and half, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm not sure.
dogs aren't prey animals.
They're predators.
Are you a cat?
Yeah.
So you're a predator.
Well, I mean, when you compared to a
Kind
wolf,
of all offensive creatures, aren't we?
I guess that's true.
Y'all are fucking predators except for me.
Boars are fucking
Boars
aggressive.
will fuck you up.
They are aggressive, but they're not predators.
I
For
mean,
sure.
They'll eat anything, but they don't hunt.
they hunt for truffles.
They're like scavengers.
I mean, if you want to be really specific, everything's a predator. When you think about it, everything has to hunt, even if
God.
it's. Yeah, I'm
Hunting
just
a plant.
saying.
Oh, I hope you write. I hope you make up
boars
good
are-
headlines for stories. I won't hold you to it.
I've been working on this voice, I'm telling you.
Okay. I won't hold you to making up stories, but I really love this idea of the tracks being left behind in Rhapsody Roads and stuff. Oh, that's so good. I love it.
Yeah.
Because I imagine you've been he's been around because he's left enough tracks around that people have probably been reading them.
Yeah, I was going to just say, I don't know if Musashi would be
He's an
considered.
intense man.
I'm not sure if he's tsundere so much
Yeah,
as
I've
it's
never
like
seen.
his whole life's been around the job
Yeah.
and doing stuff for himself is like.
I think you're just more reserved.
more
I think
reserved.
Pico's the true tsundere
Yeah.
of the bunch where he's like, "Nyah,
Yeah.
I love you. Nyah, I don't know how to be friends with you. Nyah,
Yeah.
I don't understand these feelings.
nyah." And then
And
you're just like,
it's just from his noble background where things are not done in a proper way. It kind of irritates him a little bit, but he's
Yeah.
like, okay, whatever, sure.
yeah, I
You
get
know
you.
what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Yay. These characters are so great.
And
All
then
right.
I don't know
and then
if
I
he
got
settles on a
this.
name.
I got this
Yeah.
pig
We
baby.
still need to come up with a name.
This pig baby and this thief cat, and I'm just like, yeah, this is gonna be pretty funny.
I was looking it up, and the main predators of wild boar are packs of wolves, dogs, and then big cats like tigers,
Shut
panthers, and then bears.
You poor sweet
Yeah,
boy.
your poor naive boy.
You
Is there?
the drama.
Yeah.
You wake up in the night and then Pico's like gnawing on your leg.
I don't know why.
Just real quickly, like
Yes.
now, when I made Jake, I want to say the first anthropomorphic character in this whole scenario, like I had the idea that he was a proportionate pug, but just like with human limbs, so he was still kind of short. I had imagined the same thing for my Shiba Inu. Is everybody else the same kind of way? Like where it's
Wolves are big as fuck, and I think I'm going to keep with it. I'm going to go with
yeah,
that.
they're just proportionate, but just like they somehow have human limbs. Or
So I think
whatever.
if
You're
your
like
character stood up, like would be like 6 feet tall, essentially.
At least.
I'm basing my character off of East Asian boars, which can be up to 700 pounds, especially back in the older days.
Yeah.
And can be like 48 inches at the shoulder.
So
So like standing, he's like 8 feet tall or something.
Yeah.
Right, that's kind of how I'm feeling about like wolves are bigger than you think they are.
Yeah.
Those are big motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I'm small samurai.
Yeah. So
You are.
So are you so you would be like a 4 foot tall
Yeah.
dog because the Shiba Inus are medium-ish size, and then
It goes small and scrappy.
like are you thinking like
Like
3
house
feet
cat?
tall?
Lynx?
Maybe like around as tall as Jake was, maybe a little bit smaller, and then skinny. Like Jake was pretty robust. He got pretty beefy after a certain point.
Yeah, he got abs.
And Pico's going to be all dexterity and no strength. So that's kind of how his physical appearance looks.
Yeah, so scrawny.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like
8-foot boar, 6-foot wolf, 4-foot dog, and a 3-foot cat.
Like I could see Pico getting tired and riding on top of Francis.
Yeah.
Get your blanket Lala. And,
Oh, yeah. No, like I don't even
Tie
have
like a scarf.
Yeah, I don't even have like a backpack. I'm just dragging it. I'm not even dragging it. I'm just like swaddling it.
Okay, so I have my Ryujin that I have to make, so you guys can know what this Ryujin's going to be about. I haven't picked a name or anything for them. I don't think... Oh, I picked Parnol for last one. You guys did not know that. She's going to be another... Oh, no, I'll make a boy character.
We're a bunch of bros, I guess.
Azure. We're going to fight toxic masculinity. That's what we're doing with this game. Azure...
I don't hate it.
It puts another spin on Wolfram Alpha.
What? Did you come up with a name?
No, I was looking at wolf names from ilovewerewolves.com, and there's just a big list of names, and that was just one of them that was listed.
Something oof.
Wolfram.
It's a very Scandinavian.
There is an Ulfrid.
Ulfric, yeah.
Yeah, Swedish. Wolf-like, courageous. I don't know if you want to look through this list. A lot of these are on the nose because there's one that's just Okami.
I mean, that's, I think, what we're going for.
Yeah.
Man, names is hard. I'm going to make...
Well, and Ulfrid means wolf of peace. Let's do it.
Ulfrid? That's really cute.
Ulfrid.
Ulfrid?
Alfred and Ulfrid. Wait, you were Arthur.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Ulfrid.
Ulfrid.
I like it.
Okay. Human drama.
None of us are human.
Yeah, I was
let's
trying
just
to
say
think of
drama.
individual sentient being drama.
And then lives by the beach in abandoned sandcastles. Personality is going to be spirited, and I think I wouldn't say I'm gonna put meddling.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Spirited, meddling, and I'm gonna say like they like funny stuff, so they're comedic.
This, already feels like a much different game, doesn't it?
And then I think, okay, so I get to pick an artifact. I have a crystal which reveals the fate of travelers. All the PCs can survive damage that reduces them as far as negative 20 HP. They will not die until their HP reaches negative 21.
No,
Whoa.
Ring. A ring that guides the travelers, reveals their bonds, and ties their chains of fate. This artifact determines in the setting that all the PCs are relative students or disciples. So we're not going to say you're all relatives or students or disciples unless we want you guys met up someplace to...
That'd be a really messed up family tree.
Yeah. Mascot. A mascot that watches over the travelers. The Ryujin can accompany the travelers in their shape change form.
That'd be
yes. I'm going to do mascot.
That's very like trickster fox kind of.
Yep. And it's
Loki.
going to be a fox. No, I don't know. No, I haven't picked an alternate form yet.
God.
Yeah. It's something. Oh, I don't know.
Immediately trampled
Yeah.
by all of us.
Okay. So last season, my character Parnell did not show up a lot. In fact, only usually just briefly, just to intercede a little bit, showed her form very rarely. I'm going to try and push it a little bit in this situation.
I think that would be fun.
I just had this thought of like the dragon would step in and help us, and I feel like this one would step in and fuck shit up.
Yeah, cause problems
Yes,
to see what happens.
100%.
Yeah.
A single gray wolf can kill up to 80 boar in a single year.
Dang. Well,
You're
screwed.
terrifying. Of different ages. It doesn't, like, not always full grown. I'm sorry. I'm distracted.
That's
No,
fine.
you're fine. You're
Is your whole
fine.
purpose
That's
of
not-
this to prevent, Ulfrid from finding out about...
That's not
your
bad.
family?
That's not too bad because, like, think about it. There's 365 days in a year. That it could be higher than that's like 80 out of 365.
One
That's
boar
not that
every 4
bad.
days.
That's not bad.
For one wolf.
For a big ass wolf, you gotta eat, man.
That means that there's like
Also, a 110-pound boar needs to eat about 4,500 calories a day.
That's a lot of truffles.
So I'm trying to think. I think Francis is constantly eating.
That'd be great.
Oh, yeah.
It's always bulk season.
That's what it is for herbivores. Like that's what you do all day.
let's see if I can get my point across here. Let's see. Do my math.
You're still trying to make me feel better about the wolves.
Yeah, I'm trying to make you. Oh God, my math is so bad right now.
Tell
Okay,
him my
never
wolf is chill. He just wants to know about you.
That's what they all say.
Yeah, that's how you get in.
You don't have that. You don't. Your character Francis doesn't have. Well, maybe he does.
I know about fucking wolves. I used to have 13 siblings. Now I only have 4.
Okay, so let's put it this way, right? 80 boars in a year, that's like, if it was like a boar a day, then it'd be like, 365 boars. But if that were the case, then there's still 285 boars that survived because he only ate 80 that year.
I will go as far as to say one of the only things that Francis knows is predators.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, I think my region's name is Suma.
Suma.
Because it means born in summer.
So it's like saying summer with a slang.
Summer.
It's summertime.
Summertime. All right, and so I don't get to do benediction yet until after the first session, so we'll worry about that later.
All
But
right.
some of the benedictions, in at least the starting ones for the Azures, just to let you guys know, is Tale of Kindness. PCs who help others expecting no gain or reward can raise their spirit score by 1 level for the rest of the session, up to 2 PCs at once who meet this condition. The Tale of Love. PCs who are in love gain 1 point of armor for the rest of the session, up to 2 PCs at once. The Tale of the Heart. Hand out 5 chips to each player. If one of the players roleplays in a way that moves someone's heart, that person may give them one of their chips. Each chip thus received can be exchanged by the receiver at any time for a fumble point. This fumble point can be used immediately.
Huh. I like that idea with the types of characters that we have.
Are we choosing between those 3 or those?
No, that's the ones I could potentially cast. But I think I'm probably going to use the Tale of Kindness more often than not.
Which one was that again?
That's when you help others expecting no gain or reward. You can raise your spirit score by 1 level for the session.
It's going to take a while for Pico to use that one.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we need to talk about. Oh, we talked about villages in town, where you guys are from. Where do you guys think logically you all meet up at to start our next session, our next season? Okay, so let's just recap really quick everybody's characters. We have John playing Musashi, a noble attack type who is a Shiba Inu, black and white markings from Dragon Song.
Mm-hmm.
We have Brandon, who is a cat thief, technical type, a calico, and doesn't know where he's really from, but travels around a lot, trying to figure out where he is from to recover memories. Then we have Kristen, who is a journalist, minstrel, magic type named Ulfred, who is a wolf and is traveling to gather stories for their zines, essentially, that they leave at Rhapsody Roads. And specifically is looking for drama, what is hurting people, how to help people out. And then we've got Francis, who is, we don't have a class for you yet, but it's probably going to be something hardy, like farmer-esque, but without raising animals.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, not ranger, but something in that.
I could see ranger.
Yeah, something like that.
There's definitely some stuff in the hunter that I thought
would work.
Fits.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't really like heartbait, whatever. We can talk about it later.
So you're playing Francis, who is a young boar man, 10, 12 years old.
When I was a young warthog.
Oh, boy. He is a sweet, strong boy, and he is out to prove his worth as the boar ambassador.
Yep.
Born in spring, and is actually probably from, we don't really know, because they're migrating, nomadic. Yeah. But probably staying in the forest area.
I would think, yeah.
Yeah. Kristen's Ulfred is from the northeast, out in the cold north.
Mm-hmm.
So that's you guys' characters.
One last note on mine is that part of his memory loss for Pico is that he doesn't know what kind of person he was. So that his personality is basically a blank slate for him.
Gotcha.
So,
Except for the
I
Sundar.
can see that, like
Sundar.
being very insecure and
yeah. I feel like there was a character in something recently that was like that. Maybe I was thinking of Knights of the Old Republic.
You should always be thinking of Knights of the Old Republic.
Okay, so where do you guys think that all of your characters, it could be from a place that we already know, or potentially a new place that we can make up right now?
Sounds like somewhere up north, yeah?
I think it probably makes sense to be in the northeastern area, just because that's where Ulfred is from. And if you guys are going to be wanting to travel, it sounds like Ulfred is wanting to go to the lighthouse.
that's what he's curious
Because there's
about.
an interesting ghost, the rumors about the ghosts and what's up with that.
I like the idea of coming up with a new city in that region. That would be fun.
I would agree.
Let's do it.
And like a major hub, kind of like Maybe not as big as Dragon Song, but along that line.
Like maybe like kind of like Silvertop, essentially.
Yeah.
Like another, because like Silvertop is like the next step down from Dragon Song, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
it's on the other edge of the Great Forest, so it makes sense that there's nothing really between those cities. It's like the next big hub area.
All right. So let's make a city. So we're going to say it's probably like a medium. It is a city.
Mhm.
What is its like main like export? Like what's that city known for? And then we can probably come up with the names later.
Would lumber be too on the nose? Just like too
I mean,
generic?
you could do lumber and like fur trade.
Okay.
That's a good one, yeah. I was already thinking about the difference between like Ottawa and Toronto, so
A lot of animals wearing other animals' fur.
Alfred is literally wearing a sheepskin.
I like it.
Lumber and fur trade.
Is it Nimwisp?
Yeah, it doesn't.
I don't know if he could catch him.
We already had a town that had the forge, so it makes sense that there would be a lumber town.
Big Carpenters Guild?
Recurring businesses aren't a bad idea, anyways. I mean, it's not like there's only one 7-Eleven in Indiana, and you have to go some other place to find another one.
There's only one marathon in the whole damn state
People come from all across the county.
to get their big goals.
And tornadoes. Carpenters Guild, there's obviously going to be a Rhapsody Roads.
Yeah, there you go.
Avi.
We're thinking of any names.
How about Timbercliff?
That's cute.
Cute.
And it's like all the trees are at the top of this cliff, and the town is at the bottom of the cliff, and they have
Oh,
this
no.
pulley system where they bring the trees down into the Carpenters Guild to work.
It's terrifying. I
Yes.
love it.
Yeah, that is horrifying.
God forbid that there's an avalanche
But yeah, I was about to say, hopefully climate change isn't a problem on this continent.
Not yet.
as we deforest the land,
Yep.
destabilizing the
This is how
soil.
things have been done since the day I was born here in Timbercliff, from what I remember.
Why would have Timbercliff been like a reason for Ulfred to be there? Because going down, maybe there's something, he caught wind of some story there and he wants to drop off zines there. And maybe it's where you, sweet boy, I want to say Francois so bad. Francis
You can say Francois.
came out of the woods and this is like the first town you found potentially.
Yeah.
And you've been in there for a bit. What about the Calico Cat?
Pico's easy because it's just, he can be anywhere.
Okay.
It's just a matter of, this is a hub area, so this would be a place
Could be
to
good
check
trash
out.
here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's a lot of people, a lot of garbage pails.
And Mr. You're from Dragon Song
Yeah.
originally. So
Dragon Song is on the very
way
top.
down there.
Yeah.
So you went northeast.
We are level of 4 right now,
Yeah.
right? So I imagine he's been doing this for a little while now. Not too long, but a little while.
right.
I imagine what he does is, because when he first started off, he had no idea where he should start. Someone was like, hey, why don't you used to be a bodyguard, right? Well, you can be a bodyguard for like traveling groups. And they're like, and that way you can,
Oh,
and it's like,
so
so two birds with one stone. He's like, oh, I can still do a job that I'm good at while also achieving my master's final wishes. So I think the last caravan that he guarded or whatever he was a part of went up that direction.
and they were.
And so that's how he ended up there. And
Maybe
that's like,
you-
this is his first time there, too.
Maybe you went from Stormbrook to take Nimwist Wool to Timbercliff.
There you go.
Like some merchants were traveling and then you came to Timbercliff. Now, my next question for all of you is, do you guys want to start off knowing each other and working together, or do you want to just go in cold, like I just set it up where you all meet each other?
It could work either way for Alfred.
Okay.
Because, like,
If Alfred's
that's his
gonna-
whole thing is making connections. And
I could see Francis latching on to the first adult that shows him kindness.
sure.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I feel like that would probably be Pico for some reason. Like, here's this child that.
You could
hulking
guilt
monster child.
Well, no, but like,
I think
I
Pico,
could trust him.
I think Pico would need to be set up. I think he would have a hard time joining up with a party. I think there would need to be some reason. Kind of like how evil characters get together. Like there's that. I need the
you
rest of my
always
party.
Need a reason.
Yeah.
What would attract you to this group of ragamuffins?
Probably strength. Pico is scrawny
and tiny.
and tiny and really out of his element in Timbercliff. So he would be looking for, strong boy, sword master,
mean,
Musashi.
Basically, everybody here is a lumberjack and just like ripped. Just
I'm a big slender wolf.
yeah. Well, I'm just saying that the main like villagers that are staying here are like
Jack, bro.
no, they're just burly.
You see me lift that tree?
Just burly
Canadians.
Don't you know?
Yeah, I'll have to bring out that accent.
And I think in relation to Pico, it's common in this world for people to go out of cities in packs and traveling together because journeys, that's the thing.
Sure.
So it's probably him realizing like safety in numbers. This is the best way of traveling. So he'll probably reluctantly meet up with people.
On a scale of 1 to 10, when Pico was by himself, how likely is he to get in trouble on his own?
Like an 8 or a 9.
8 or 9?
Yeah.
Because I want to think like you joining our party snowballs. Like, for example, like I get to the town and then one day whatever it is Pico does, gets in trouble, whatever scenario you can think of. I think Musashi would have stumbled upon that by accident, like just by chance one day. You tried to like, I don't know, steal your lunch from something. And it's like, oh no. And then whatever, I help you. And then you just, through that little encounter, it just becomes this weird, like two guys just end up meeting and becoming pals.
I've got this. So basically, if you guys are okay with me when I do the first session, do the setup for you, you'll be, here's what I have in my mind is we'll start the session off probably with Pico doing something. We'll end up having you probably seeing it. Eventually, you'll get to an area where these two are at because I have something in my head where it's like, everything's going to happen at Rhapsody Roads, essentially.
I got an idea.
Because even though he's helpful, Musashi is looking for others to start traveling with. And I feel like because you're traveling and getting these stories, I think I'd be like, can I offer my services to you?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm looking for.
And you probably wouldn't be afraid of a wolf as a dog.
No, I wouldn't be.
And Pico would be. And Pico would feel more comfortable
After.
with Musashi. And I could see that, like, maybe Pico was just digging in garbage cans and gets caught. And you're the first person that has not, like, tried to chase Pico away from something.
Right.
Like, you've actually stopped and were, like, compassionate.
Yeah.
I could see that.
And then I think because Borman is new, eventually somebody's going to be like, oh, sweet man, boy. You should go to Rhapsody Roads if you're interested in learning more about stuff. And then you'll get directed to that place where I'm assuming you're leaving a tract behind or something and then just watching people and like getting the news. And then these two will show up essentially. And then you can form your group there. Does that sound about right?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. I like doing that before we do an actual session 1 because it always feels so awkward when you go into like the first game. You're like,
yeah, it helped in Book of Spring to just go ahead and have that already in place.
like you guys were already talking with each other outside of, and then this girl goes, hey, can I help? Can I get your, I need your help. Are you guys leaving town? Are you blah, 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 blah. And so I think this will be, but this will be more character driven where there's not going to be somebody telling you what to do.
I like that.
Okay. Because it seems like Ulfred is the one who has the like driving, like, I'm looking for stories and I think this place is interesting and I'm going out that way. And if you want to see the world and you want to know more about the world and understand people, this is how it's going to happen. And you, Pico, you need to get your act together.
Yeah, I think Pico would probably see the lighthouse and be like, whoa.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where it all is.
Totally not.
Maybe I can see my history if I go up top.
Yeah.
It's tall, so I can see far.
Yeah. It's like space.
Awesome. All right. I think that gives me a lot of stuff to work with. So we'll start off session 1 will probably be after Christmas, probably about the beginning of the new year, which will give you guys some time to marinate about your characters a little bit more and do any prep or put your actual characters together.
Yeah.
You guys can message me and talk to me about it, what you're thinking. We can do all that offline via email or text. And I'm so excited for Book of Summer, especially with my
It's funny that it's summer and we chose the coldest place
to start. Yeah. Well, you guys want to go on a beach trip? Yeah, there's going to be a watermelon festival and fireworks and all sorts of fun festivals. Okay, on that note, we're done.
Good
Session
night.
0.
Woo.
Thanks and bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Go do laundry.
Do your laundry.
Now that your dishes are done.
Yeah.
The dishes are done. Do the laundry.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for listening. As you may know, We're streaming Book of Summer live on Geekspective's Twitch channel every other Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Come watch us play the game live and get to see the actual artwork and handouts I've made, and of course, our cool faces. If you've been enjoying Shapeshift, please leave a rating or review on Apple Podcasts. Sharing what you like about the show and talking about it with others is also super helpful and appreciated. Another way to help me and the show out is by becoming a patron of Geekspective's Patreon. That's patreon.com/Geekspective. I'll be releasing a series of blog posts from my Book of Spring prep, as well as tidbits of Book of Summer prep as we go. Shapeshift is a member of the Geekspective Network. There's a lot of other shows you can find me on at geekspective.com. There's Red Mage, Blue Mage if you like Magic the Gathering, Party Like It's the Greatest Year in Film if you enjoy movie discussions, and of course, Tales from Mox Ferry. You can get information about the Geekspective shows by either following the Geekspective Twitter, that's at Geekspective, or going to the website at geekspective.com. And you can find me on Twitter either at Rocketorca or at ShapeshiftCast. This episode was edited by Rudy Basso. You can find him on Twitter at Rudy Basso. That's RUDYBASSO. Thanks, Rudy.